Break to it. Well, folks, it's Friday finally. We done been from Missouri all the way over to Delaware, and we're in Tennessee now, fixing to head home. Last night, we got some really big news. Came across Facebook. I guess it's been in the works for a little while, but Doe Run Raceway is reopening. It's big enough news that Kenny Wallace even made a notice on it on his Facebook page. It's a track that a lot of our local guys had started at. There's several big names locally. Guys that are very competitive. A lot of them started in go-karts there and worked their way up. I got my start there. I started in a mini stock. My brother, he raced there in a mini stock. Matter of fact, that was the first one I ever drove. Doe Run's the first track that I ever went to as a teenager to ever see racing. So we're pretty excited about it. I don't know that necessarily I'll get to race there very much. They're going to run Friday nights. We're going to try to get out there, and I think my cousin's going to either be racing out there or possibly have his son out there driving. It'll be his first year driving. They're going to run a street stock, so hopefully they can get it ready and get it out there and run it. So what we're going to try to do is, if I can't bring my car out there, I'm going to try to help pit for them. We call them my six-pack crew. It's usually my cousin and his two boys. I mean, it's only three, but with our small crew, we do the work of six, so we just call them a six-pack. But they're going to run a Camaro, and we're going to try to help them. And if I'm home early enough during the week to get my car ready, we're going to put it on a trailer and take it out there and run it. Like I said, it's a big deal. Great place for guys to start out at. I think they're going to run street stocks, 600cc multis, and kids carts, mini stocks, 4-cylinders. I think they're going to run B mods. So they're going to have a lot of beginner classes, and we're going to try to do what we can to help get the track promoted out. I'm not an official, I'm not official or anything with the track, but with the kind of weary outlook on the way Farmington's looking right now. Well, if they don't open, we at least got a new track opening for local guys to go to and the local fans. These people that are taking it over, from what they're saying on Facebook, is they're wanting to keep the same values that Bobby had when he ran it. They're wanting to be a family-oriented track. So, whether it's just sitting in the stands and watching or going in the pits, they want to be family-oriented, which I think is probably more important than selling beer and having a rowdy time with girls running half naked. So, I'm going to try to share some pictures, and I don't have any videos to share of back when I raced there. I think most of them were on my old YouTube channel, and I ended up deleting that channel several years ago. And I'm sure the memory cards are long gone or fried or basically dead. So I don't know that I'd be able to find the videos, but if I do, I'll post them on the channel. But we're going to try to share some pictures and maybe give you a little explanation of what that picture is and what we had going on that year. And as far as my racing program for this year, we are planning on Farmington. We're hoping everything works out where Farmington can open up. But if Farmington don't open, I am planning on running at Peevely, I-55. It's the closest track to the house, and being they run Saturday nights, it is my best option of racing. I don't really have the time to mess with driving. I think it's about a 2-hour drive from my house to the closest track in Arkansas to race on a Saturday night. And like I said, Friday nights is about the only other night in our area to race. So we're going to be extremely limited. Normally I don't get home till Friday afternoon, and typically Sunday is a work day for me after I get the car unloaded after church and washed and everything else. So I usually work on the car Sunday, trying to find what's wrong with the car, what needs fixed, and get the parts ordered, whatever I need to do. And hopefully, typically Fridays is when I get home, I'll go out to the shop for a little bit and get started doing stuff and get the car close to ready, and then Saturday morning I get it ready to go. So Fridays will be a difficult thing for me to race. That's why I'm saying Doe Run probably won't be on my schedule to race regularly unless I'm home on a Thursday, or the car's just hadn't be ready to go on. I can have the car ready the previous Sunday, and I can get home early enough to get it loaded and everything double checked, nut and bolts, and get it loaded. But we're going to find us some pictures. We're going to try to share them real quick. They all say like, subscribe, comment, let me know. I'm just new to this video thing, and we're trying to get a little more exciting with it. I'm not much of a public speaker to start with, so we're going to try to share these pictures, comment, let me know how I'm doing. I'm shooting these videos on my phone. It's an Android, so if you got some tips on things I can do to make them a little more interesting, or a better app than what I'm using, I think I'm using Video Editor or something like that, or YouVideo, I don't know. But we're going to get to the pictures right now. I don't think I have very many of them, but we're going to share what we have and go from there. Like I said, it's Friday. We're getting ready to head home, so here we go with the pictures. So this is what my first mini stock looked like when my brother had it. This isn't Doe Run, but that's Fredericktown, and that's CJ Wright he was racing with. And here we are after I got it and started transitioning over. That's out there. That's Doe Run Racing, and here's my cousin's truck. I ran that a few times out at Doe Run. Old Kyle Jarrett. Yep. My biggest rival out there. There we are running side by side, and here's me coming through the pack to get my second heat win. And this is how I ended up that night in the feature. Here we're coming up. I took a few years off and got back into it, and there we are with our first black flag. And I never raced a modified out there, but it was a Doe Run car when I got it, and we just took it over and we ran Farmington. Well, there you go. There's a little bit of backstory of my Doe Run history and why it's kind of important to me, why it might be important to others. Well, at least that's my story anyway, and I'm sticking to it. We're going to get on out of here. It's time to go home. Hit the like, subscribe, share, comment. Tell me how I'm doing. See where I can improve at. Give me some tips. We'll take it. But we're on out of here.